the 6th of July 2018. Oxford and Collins Dictionaries accused with defamation of character under Acts 2013, as well as the law under the Serious Crime Bill under the Psychological Abuse Law, and also the Human Rights Acts under 2010. The black meaning which the Spanish and Portuguese thought up, which began to enter the mainstream around the year 1442, to mock, steal and enslave the Bantu Moors, Bantu Israelites and the Bantu African people, and Oxford and Collins dictionaries, are still choosing to use, uphold, and are maintaining this use today. Therefore, this illustration is to highlight just how Oxford and Collins dictionaries are publicly printing explanations of profanities to mock and continue to discriminate the Bantu people. Here is just a small part of this extent, on which their examples is simply psychological abuse, and this abuse is on a huge worldwide scale. And if nothing is done, then this is set to continue under the radar of Oxford and Collins dictionaries forever, inflicting continuous negative connotations attached to any persons of the Bantu land's origin. Therefore, don't call or describe me in your dictionaries as black, which means dead, as this was a Greek word the Spanish and Portuguese used as part of a displacement slave name, and slavery and all of its connotations like the black days and doubt times is over. Do you understand clearly? Explanation understood, and all derogatory terms of the word black as highlighted will be removed and stricken from all Oxford and Collins books from this date forward. Any findings hereafter this date will be a further breach of defamation under the Act of 2013, where you'll be charged under the law again, and a second penalty will be applied to the minimum sum of £100 million. This will come into effect 1 second after midnight. If these profanities are found in any new book edition in 2019 sold on or after this date, along with the shop outlets or online stores which contain these profanities, you will and all parties involved be found to be in further breach. Therefore, it is the duty of Oxford and Collins dictionaries to recall all standing copies as production sees fit to all said outlets in any of these and your online dictionary websites anywhere and everywhere across the world, to alleviate any further risk of damages being applied. These procedures are required to be eligible under national and international law. Failure to comply with the law on any or all levels means all holdings under the names listed institutes will be seized and all assets sold or destroyed, with the proprietors facing instant arrests, and will be held in prison for 3 to 5 years, whereafter which time you will then be presented with a further lawsuits. To write something on a post is said to be making a stake to that claim. That which you are staking your claim on is where you stake your name, and that name will be liable for any and all allegations which you have staked your name to. This is in view of all the other named dictionaries who have documented a similar abusive path on this matter. Oxford and Collins dictionaries are continuously battling with my psyche. You are not authorized to insult, discriminate or incite fear and exclusion through your teachings on how I am to be seen by the world through association with the word black, as by your general depiction through your biased practical application of the word black, and your view has this stigma attached in regards to me and my well-being. This is wrong, and therefore you are ordered to make it right and rectify immediately. Thank you. I am Bantu, Bantu Moor or Bantu Israelite. This is my description of origin and the description of my race, not Bantu Negro or Negroes, neither Bantu black or blacks. Don't tarnish me, my offspring, or my race with any more of your dark, evil, dreary, black, Negro, depressing, dead statements of continuous stigma by your childish schoolyard mental psychological racial bullying, as this prank of impedance in character stops here and now. Conclusion henceforth, these are the amendments as follows. Bantu, Bantu Israelite or Bantu Moor describes people who originate from the Bantu lands known in Africa, as in the great scheme of things the word and recently named black history, in historic terms is measured to be about 5 minutes old, when stacked up to over 40,000 years of Africans Bantu's rich history and culture. This rich African Bantu culture and history stretches far back before the days of slavery. Bantu people that have been lost, taken, and displaced, cannot and will never lose their true history, which is known here and now as well as then as the Bantu's history and culture of Great Africa, as no amount of deceit or deception, hidden or blinding, lost or stolen, will never be removed from the true life and name of the rich Bantu nations throughout Great Africa and the rest of the world. This research is a collaboration of the few, compiled for the many, found, constructed and put together by Mr. Taja O'Neill, a Bantu Israelite, who is inspiring this country to do something right, for the great and good of us all.